Okay, so squaring the Excalibur, it works on the basis that the fixed datum is the horizontal square arm, and the vertical piece is pivoted about the bottom, and it rotates at the top about the bottom there. So that's how we can adjust the 90-degree angle. So to test it, a piece of full-size piece of mount board or any other similar type of material. It wants to be one that you can easily get a blade through, and it doesn't want to be too small. Something that's at least half the height of the machine. This is 110 centimetres, so that around that size is ideal. So make sure that the bottom of the board is cut straight and that the board is sitting properly on the squaring arm. Clamp it in place and select the medium duty blade. Engage it and just cut into the top few centimetres or an inch at the top, and press the blade in and cut again for the bottom 2 or 3 centimetres. So we've got to cut at the top, cut at the bottom. Right, now this is the important thing. We turn it over like a page in a book, left to right. Okay? If you do it top to bottom, like that, it doesn't work. The test doesn't work. It's got to be left to right. And it's a very, very easy mistake to make. So we're pulling that out, we're turning it left to right. So we've still got the same edge on the squaring arm as we started off with. That's your datum. So bring the blade, you can hold, by tightening up the white plastic screw here, you can hold the head at any height. So bring that up and bring the blade into the cut that we've already made, and then push that down, make sure we're on the bottom edge, clamp in position. Okay, then we pull the blade out, loosen the screw to bring that up and cut into the top of the board again. Now this, if the machine is square, the cut at the top will go into the previous made cut. If it's not, you get 2 cuts. Now on here, luckily enough, I'm pretty well there. But if your cut is, for example, to the left of the original cut, then we need to make an adjustment. And that adjustment is made putting the blade back in there. We just loosen the clamp slightly, but the board can't move left to right. But we loosen the clamp because in adjusting this, we obviously want to leave the board where it is. So to make that adjustment, in the bottom here are 2 large nuts. The right hand one needs to be tight. The left hand one needs to be loose. At the top we have 3 Allen headed screws in the top of the spine. The bottom of those 2 need to be loosened. The top one stays tight, don't need to touch that at all. So once those 2 are loose, once that is loose, by adjusting the knob on the left hand side at the top, enables the top to move from left to right. And as you do that, you'll notice from the sightline strip here, you'll notice that it will move in whatever direction you're turning the knob. Now the way to do it is to be scientific and turn the knob, say 1 full turn in clockwise direction. In the manual, by the way, it tells you, depending upon where the two cuts are, as to whether to move it clockwise or anti-clockwise. But say you haven't got the manual with you and you're not sure which way to turn it. Doesn't matter, you turn it, say clockwise, one full turn, and then you make sure that we're down on our datum edge. The blade is stopping it moving left to right at the bottom, and you can see from the sightline strip what direction this is moving. And you can also see how much it's moved. Now the sightline strip is that we'll need to aim for that to be in between the two cuts that have been made in the board. So it doesn't matter whether it's first and second or first and second, doesn't matter. The sightline strip needs to, and obviously the blade, needs to go in between both those two cuts. So once you're happy that you've made the right adjustment up there for that to happen, clamp the board in place, bring the blade up and just make sure you're happy, and then simply do the test again. So we unclamp the blade, move the board to a fresh position and do the test again. You might need to fine tune it. If so, it's worth spending the time doing that at this stage rather than having to suffer with a little bit of out of line.